So I'm really confused by the IWC. Most of them are not really up in arms about Night of Champions, about Sami Zayn winning the WWE title. I think so many people like me are very happy about it, are very excited. The only thing I'll say is that, if you're going to give Sammy the belt, now it's time for LA Knight. You know what I mean? It's time for LA Knight because there's no more denying that this guy is super over. He still gets really, really big pops. And even though they have done pretty much everything in their power, it seems, to dwindle his stardom, his heat, But like the amount of people that have been like, oh, well, Sammy's only going to be a transitional reign anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. And actually, it was only because Saudi Arabia and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, can we ever just be happy that the guy won the belt finally? Like, if it's a transitional reign, that will suck. You know what I mean? If it's going to go straight back to Cody, that kind of will suck. If Oba's just going to squash him or Brock is going to squash him, that would suck. But at the same time, I'm not going to be mad that Sammy won the belt. Like, people are, like, legitimately mad about Sammy winning the belt. Oh, this is just going to be shit. Well, you don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, let's not shit on everything just so immediately. And a lot of people are doing this. Like I said in a previous video, it's very intentional fake outrage. It's not real. Like, it's just them trying to cater to people who want an excuse to be angry. And it's also from wrestling channels that don't know how to express, like, positive opinions or any opinion that's, like, not them being like, well, what the fuck is this? Because when they actually start to talk about the things they like in professional wrestling, it's very limited. It's very narrow-minded. So it's like, oh, okay, that's why you never talk about the things you like, because all you know how to do is shit on things because you are a bot. You're a fucking bot wrestling fan. That's my opinion, you know what I mean? Like, if you really are, like, pissed off about Sammy winning the belt, like, what is the reasons? Oh, he looks like a joke. I mean, this is, like, so... It's like a fucking complaint from the 70s or like the 80s. You know what I mean? This guy doesn't look like a champion. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the same people said the same shit about Mick Foley. People said the same shit about fucking CM Punk. People said the same shit about Rey Mysterio. People said the same shit about Daniel Bryan. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, unless they look like like a legit midget, you know what I mean? And they weigh 10 pounds. Who really cares if Sami Zayn is, like, hairy? You know what I mean? Or if he's not your conventional-looking wrestler. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, legitimately, is that really your biggest gripe? Or are you looking for things to complain about? Oh, well, he's a terrible wrestler. That's not true. He's a chicken shit heel. What's the point of giving him the belt? Well, really, he's not. Like, most of the matches he's lost have been because of outside interference. Most of the wins that he's had have been fairly clean. I mean, he lost the United States title because Trick Williams cheated. And then Trick cheated again at Backlash. So, like, this idea that he's this chicken shit heel doesn't even make any sense. He's a delusional heel. He thinks he's a babyface, but he's, clearly, heelish. But, like, he hasn't really done anything that's chicken shit. I don't get it. He's the most interesting character on SmackDown. You know what I mean? And honestly, I find him being the champion a lot more interesting than Bloodline 2.0 on Raw. And hopefully, Oba goes after Roman instead of Sammy, because I want to see what Sammy does with the WWE title. Now, I'm assuming it's just going to be he rematches with Cody, and maybe he loses it, or maybe he retains somehow. I think Cody needs a little bit of a break from the WWE title, and when he does eventually go back after the title, he needs to start his transition into a heel. Like I said in a comment a few days ago, his character arc should be right now, guy who started with all the right intentions, who wanted to be the face of the company, the good guy, the ultimate good guy, but ultimately is starting to cut corners and compromise his own morals in order to get to the top or remain at the top. And I think that's the character arc they are playing with Cody, because if you notice, he's been winning a lot of matches in weird, controversial ways. It's also because WWE has a weird booking habit where they can never have someone, like, legitimately lose. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he didn't lose because the guy was better than him. He lost because actually there was light in his face and he got distracted. It's always some fucking stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I was surprised they had just Braun Breaker get beat clean. You know what I mean? By Seth. It's like, no. And even in Sammy, he won clean against Cody. There was no, like, I guess because he rolled him up, that's their excuse to be like, it wasn't definitive, but he didn't cheat. It was a fair triple threat. It was a really good match, too. People were, like, shitting on the pay-per-view. I don't really think it was all that bad. I mean, maybe the Jay match wasn't... I mean, Jay never has a great match, but I thought him and Oba got the crowd hot, you know. I thought the steel cage was awesome. I thought the triple threat was great, obviously. And then, what was it? The 2 United States titles matches, they were kind of like all right. I think they were probably the lowest point of the night. Did we have a women's match? Yeah, Queen of the Ring. I guess that was like the weakest of the night, actually, because it didn't make much sense why the world champion, is competing in the Queen of the Ring tournament, and then she loses, and then the person who just beat her is now going to face her at SummerSlam, and it's like, so are we supposed to be excited to see that match again? You know what I mean? Who knows what is, who knows what will happen? Maybe Liv will lose the title. It's also strange that there isn't a Money in the Bank this summer. It's going to be happening in, like, the fall, which is just odd as fuck. I think they should give that to LA Knight, but they probably won't because they like to fuck him over. But who knows? But if he wins it, I'd be excited. But people will be like, well, you already know he's gonna have the worst fucking title cash-in of all time anyway, so it's not even. So it's like, well, we can't constantly live in this, like, you already know they're gonna fuck it up anyway. Like, we don't know that, Let's try to keep some positivity and some optimism for the booking, because if you're just going to shit on anything that ever happens, then it doesn't matter what WWE does, you just won't like it. So they can't even really improve from there if you're just going to shit on everything. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I feel. I feel like a lot of this negativity towards Sammy winning the belt just feels artificial. It doesn't feel like people who are legitimately watching the product are getting angry about it. It feels like people who have already resigned with the fact that they don't like the product, they don't like the WWE, and they won't ever, are the ones that are complaining. And if you're complaining, oh, he won because of Saudi Arabia, who really okay, so are we going to, like, deny that Sammy doesn't deserve this? Like, what are we talking about here? Oh, he should have won it 3 years ago. Well, he didn't. So now he won it, and people are still happy. I don't know.